Hello? Hello?
Hello!
So I've told you tons of stories on how people celebrate Christmas on Earth. But here's a story about how people who have never experienced Christmas try to celebrate it for somebody who has. So here's how the Guardians of the Galaxy do it.
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here.
Merry Christmas!
So we meet back up with the Guardians, who've taken over Knowhere. They've turned it into a pretty decent place, but I'm not sure how the skull's getting more light now.
It's a place. We've been there. It sucks.
For some reason, a local band has made a song about Christmas, and they ask Peter to fact check it. Then they don't listen to one freaking word he says about it as he rudely interrupts as they're playing.
That is not part of the lore at all.
But they might just be annoyed that Peter, who everyone knows loves music, thought that the song would be over after like one line.
You ought to know better.
Kraglin's telling a story about Yondu ruining Christmas for Peter as a kid, and Mantis decides to help Peter celebrate it again. Because of course, celebrating a holiday that's typically spent with your loved ones will totally make him feel better about not being on Earth for the past 35 years and his girlfriend recently being sacrificed.
I like to think of myself more as a Titan-killing long-term booty call.
That is so sweet.
Hell, the guy even thought he got her back when he ran into her past self, but she wasn't interested at all. But I'm sure hanging some lights on a tree will totally make him forget about that.
Gotta move on.
But Mantis stupidly asks Drax for help, and he suggests the best present they can give Peter would be Kevin Bacon.
He's an actor from Earth, a really famous guy.
So the two of them go to Earth to get him a present so they can make Christmas on Knowhere, instead of talking him into going with them to the place it's actually celebrated.
Yeah, that's on Earth, dipshit.
And when they get to Earth, they freak everybody out because they forget to cloak the ship.
Everybody knows the aliens are real, so what does it matter?
Well, Earth doesn't exactly have the best track record when it comes to alien visitors. Other than Thor, it's been kind of a shit show.
People of Earth love me. I'm very popular.
Like Kevin Bacon?
Anyway, their plan is to walk around Hollywood looking for him, but tourists start paying them to let them take their picture with them. And we find out, all throughout space, women still don't get pockets.
That is so sad.
And you can put so much stuff in there, you wouldn't even know.
They end up going to a club and getting drunk, but after the bars have all closed, this chick gives them a Star Tours map with Kevin Bacon's house on it. So they immediately go there, and he's just now sitting down, fully dressed, with his shoes on, with a snack, to watch a Christmas movie at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Perfect family Christmas.
They break in, so he calls the cops and runs. But when the cops get there, and they won't follow orders, they open fire on Drax, with none of them paying attention to Mantis. So she sneaks past the other officers to put the one giving the orders to sleep.
Thought you wanted to give him one of your motherly lectures.
And then Mantis puts them all to sleep. But another car comes, and Drax flips it over.
What are you doing?
Mantis checks on the cops inside, and pays them for Kevin Bacon with a candy cane decoration she stole from his yard.
We're even now, okay?
I think it's incredibly overpriced.
Then, she's finally able to use her powers to make him want to come with them, steal a whole store's worth of decorations, and go home.
Oh, I'm so excited.
On the way, Drax wants him to tell him about saving the town through dancing, which if you think about it for 2 seconds, he shouldn't be impressed by.
A great hero named Kevin Bacon teaches an entire city full of people with sticks up their butts that dancing, wow, it's the greatest thing there is.
Dancing is for people who are pathetic.
And then, they're surprised when they find out that he isn't actually a hero.
He's an actor!
So Mantis makes him pretend to be one for Peter.
Be Kevin Bacon, but like if you didn't suck!
But they really should have known he was an actor.
Like in Footloose, the movie?
Exactly like Footloose. Is it still the greatest movie in history?
It never was.
On Knowhere, Peter, who's in charge of the planet, is drinking alone in a bar until he goes outside when he hears Christmas music.
Mrs. Claus, she works the pole, plans her man's demise.
Drax and Mantis are hiding, then turn on the lights that they had everybody who lives there put up on all the surrounding buildings without him noticing, even though he was facing the window overlooking where the decorations are. And he's super happy, until his present starts moving and complaining it's running out of air. He opens it to find a very happy Kevin Bacon, and knowing that Mantis kidnapped and mind-fucked his childhood hero, he flips the fuck out.
Get Kevin Bacon out of the trance now!
So she does, and then Kevin Bacon flips the fuck out. Peter tells him that he'll take him home, and then he stupidly runs away, where he has no idea where he is or has any idea on how else to get home.
Why is he running away?
I don't know.
Kraglin gets him in a ship and is about to take him home, but after he tells him about him being Peter's hero, he agrees to stay. Well, after checking in with his wife through an interstellar call.
How on earth do you get reception up here?
Then he decides to help Peter get in the Christmas spirit by singing with the alien band, even though Peter wouldn't even know he was a singer, and probably would like some one-on-one time with his childhood hero.
I wanted that.
more than anything in the world.
You acted weird and you made him not want to talk to us.
But he plays one song that people get bored enough to give out presents during and then go home.
Have you ever seen a crowd more into it?
But when you consider that this was an impulsive trip, it seems really hard to believe that they got all these presents together. I mean, some of them are easy. Peter probably already had the Game Boy, but Mantis had to sneak back into Kevin Bacon's house to get the elf decoration, and Groot had to make multiple dioramas of crap that just happened, including shit he didn't even see. And I can't even begin to think how Nebula got Bucky's arm.
Did you know they could do that?
Then Peter asked Mantis the only thing anyone who had all of his friends go to this much trouble would ask.
Why?
She tells him that she was sorry that Yondu was such a dick during his first Christmas away from Earth, but it turns out Yondu wasn't that big of a dick. He still got Peter a present, which everyone knows is the real spirit of Christmas.
He says that he's an a-hole, but he's not 100% a dick.
Then she tells him that Ego, the guy who admitted to fathering children all over the galaxy, was her father too.
Figured my rugged good looks would make that obvious.
And Peter's super quick processing this information.
Wait, so does that make you my sister?
Idiot.
I'm half human, so that 50% of me that's stupid, that's 100% you.
But he is really happy he has a sister and that everyone had a Merry Christmas.
He loved it, guys.
I hate stories where everybody lives.
There's one thing I don't understand. Where's Thor?
I don't think anyone cares about that but you.
Yeah, unfortunately we'll get to that another time.
Yeah, I reckon we got work to do.
You hit the subscribe button like you said you were going to, right?
Yes?
I can plainly see that you just did it right now in front of me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
All I want is you for Christmas.
Put down my elf and my candy cane and gum.